Major trends. Electric Uranus has been in your sign for many years now, and he will still be there in the year ahead. In the past 6 or so years your life, the conditions and circumstances of your life, has been radically altered. The old saying, life can change at any moment, is certainly true for you. You've been living it. The cosmos has been setting you free from old restrictive conditions. And, sometimes it had to do it in dramatic, even explosive, ways. Your body and image have been a continuous work in progress. Every time you think you have it just right, a new idea or look comes to you and you start to change again. The good part of all this is a sense of personal freedom that many of you have never known. It's a heady feeling. By now most of you have learned the lessons of Uranus, but there's still another year to go. You should handle it with ease. Jupiter moved into your 7th house of love in September 2016. He will be there for most of the year ahead, until October 10th. This is one of the main headlines of the year ahead. It's a strong and happy social year. Many of you are ready to settle down these days, especially after so many years of being footloose and fancy-free. Serious relationships, both romantic and in business, are happening this year. More on this later on. Jupiter will move into your 8th house on October 11th. This will bring prosperity to your spouse, partner or current love. Often it indicates inheritance, though no one needs necessarily to die. You can be named in someone's will or be appointed to some administrative position in an estate. Also, it favors projects involving personal transformation, weight loss and detox regimes. Saturn spends most of the year in harmonious alignment with you. This is a good health signal. But towards the end of the year he moves into Capricorn and into a stressful aspect. This begins on December 21st. Health will need more attention from that point on, well into 2018 and 2019. Saturn in your 9th house most of the year shows a happy and expanding career. Most likely there is more career-related travel. But when Saturn moves into your 10th house, on December 21st, career becomes more serious. You have to perform. Bosses are strict and demanding. Pluto has been in your 10th house for many years and will be there in the year ahead. As we have written in previous years, a cosmic detox is happening in your career. This involves your whole approach and strategy and the people involved in it. Many are having near-death kinds of experiences or surgery. Your industry is changing. The rules of the game are changing. Your areas of greatest interest this year are the body and image, a long-term interest, love, romance and social activities, until October 10th, personal transformation, reinvention, sex and occult studies, from October 11th onwards, religion, higher education and travel, until December 21st, career, another long-term focus, and spirituality, also a long-term focus. Your areas of greatest fulfillment this year are love, romance and social activities, until October 10th, personal transformation and reinvention, sex and occult studies, from October 11th onwards, health and work, until April 29th, children, fun and creativity, from April 29th onwards. Health. Health needs more attention this year. 3 long-term planets are in stressful alignment with you for most of the year. Jupiter moves away from this stressful aspect on October 11th, but Saturn will come into stressful alignment on December 21st. The problem this year is that your 6th house of health is empty for the most part, only short-term planets will move through there. Your tendency would thus be to ignore health issues, and if not to totally ignore them, not to give health the attention that is needed. You will have to force yourself to pay more attention here. Our regular readers know that there is much that can be done to enhance the health and prevent problems from developing, or getting worse. Give more attention to the following vulnerable areas. The heart. The heart has become important in recent years, and will become even more important after December 21st when Saturn moves into a stressful alignment with you. Spiritual healers seem to agree that heart problems are caused by undue worry and anxiety. So more faith and confidence is needed. The lungs, arms, shoulders and respiratory system. These are always important for you, Aries. Mercury, the ruler of these areas, is your health planet. Regular arm and shoulder massage is a powerful therapy. Give the wrists and elbows more support when exercising. The head, face and scalp. These two are always important for you. Incorporate regular scalp and face massage into your health regime. This will not only strengthen these immediate areas but the entire body as well. Reflexes in the scalp and face affect every organ and system of the body. Craniosacral therapy is, in general, a good therapy for Aries. The plates in the skull are movable and need to be kept in right alignment. The adrenals are another important area for you. The important thing here is to avoid anger and fear, the two emotions that stress the adrenals. The musculature. For you, Aries, more than most, good health means physical fitness, and not just no symptoms. A weak muscle can knock the spine and skeleton out of alignment, and this will cause all kinds of other problems. So regular physical exercise is important for you. A health tonic. A day at the gym will, in many cases, do you more good than a visit to the doctor. After all these years, our regular readers surely know that Mercury, your health planet, is very fast moving. Only the moon moves faster than him. In a given year he will move through all the signs and houses of your horoscope. So there are many short-term health trends and remedies that are best discussed in the monthly reports. Mercury will travel backwards 4 times this year, which is highly unusual. Generally he is only retrograde 3 times. This was the case last year too. It is not advisable to make dramatic changes to the diet or health regime during these periods, January 1st-8, April 9 to May 3rd, August 11 to September 5th and December 3rd-23. Finance and career. Your money house is not powerful this year, Aries, not a major focus of attention. Generally this is a good thing. It shows a basic contentment with the status quo and thus stands to the status quo. Of course, there will be periods in the year, as the short-term, fast-moving planets move through your money house, where finances become important and active, but these are short-term trends, not trends for the year. In spite of this, the year ahead looks prosperous. Venus, your financial planet, spends a lot of time, triple her usual time, in your sign. She will be there from February 3rd to April 4th and then again from April 29th to June 6th. This shows some important financial development happening, something with many twists and turns, something that goes forward for a while and then backtracks, mirroring Venus's motion. It also indicates other things. Venus will bring you financial windfalls. She will see to it that financial opportunity seeks you out rather than you having to run after it. She will bring a lucrative partnership or joint venture opportunity too. But be patient here. There are many wrinkles to be ironed out. Venus is a fast-moving planet. In any given year she will move through your entire chart, spending time in each of the houses of your horoscope. Thus earnings and opportunities for earnings will come to you in many ways and through many different circumstances and people, all depending on where Venus is at any given time. The aspects she receives will also play an important role. These short-term trends are best dealt with in the monthly reports. Your career, your life work, your professional status and standing, is much more important than mere money this year. It will become even more important towards the end of the year and into 2018 and 2019. You're in a preparatory stage this year. Towards the end of the year, as Saturn, your career planet, crosses your midheaven and enters your 10th career house, you're going to be asked to take on more responsibility. You need to be ready for this. So it won't hurt to take on extra responsibility now, in preparation. Get used to it. Your career planet spends most of the year in Sagittarius, your 9th house. This shows career-related travel happening. Your willingness to travel will boost the career. It also indicates, and this will depend on your age and stage in life, a need to either mentor others or to educate yourself in areas that boost the career. By all means attend, or give, business-related seminars and lectures. Pluto, as we have mentioned, has been at the top of your chart for many years now. This gives him great prominence and power. Thus, bosses and authority figures are having, and have been having, surgery and near-death kinds of experiences. In some cases there has been actual, literal, death. Your company or industry has been having near-death kinds of experiences too. And, in many cases, your actual career has died and been born again - resurrected. By the time Pluto is finished with you, you've got many more years to go. You will be fearless in career matters. You will also have your dream career, your ideal love and social life. As we have mentioned, this is the real headline of the year ahead. This is one of the best and happiest love and social life years you've had in a very long time, perhaps in the last 12 or so years. Benevolent Jupiter is established in your 7th house of love until October 10th. Combine this with Venus's 3-month sojourn in your sign and you have a signature for romance, marriage or serious relationship. It all seems very happy. For many years now marriage, committed relationship, hasn't been advisable. Uranus in your own sign was denying it. Your self-will, your passion for personal freedom and independence, though good in itself, was not good for serious long-term relationships. But Uranus is almost finished with you. In a year or two he will be out of your sign. You're ready for some stability in your life. For those of you born early in the sign of Aries, March 20th to April 5th, Uranus is already finished with you. Marriage, or relationships that are like marriage, are advisable. If you were born between April 6th and April 19th, it still might be advisable to wait. Enjoy romance for what it is, but there's no need to rush into anything. Jupiter in your 7th house shows someone of good education and refinement coming into your life. Perhaps he or she is a foreigner. Perhaps you meet him or her in a foreign land. This is a person you can look up to and respect. Jupiter in your 7th house is an aspect for someone who falls in love with the minister or professor. There is an allure for mentor-type people. From February 3rd to June 6th, Venus, your love planet, will either be in, or hovering near, your sign. This shows that love pursues you. There's nothing special that you need to do to find it, it will find you. Love and money go hand in hand in your chart. Venus is both your love and financial planet. So when one is going well, so is the other. When love is happy, so are finances. When finances go well, so does love. Wealth in a partner is certainly an added allure, but refinement, education and philosophical compatibility are just as important, and perhaps even more so this year. As we have said, you don't need to do much to find love this year. But educational and religious type settings are good. People you worship with are playing Cupid. Venus moves through your entire horoscope in a given year. So every month the love venues can change depending on where she is at any given time. These short-term trends are best discussed in the monthly reports. Those of you working towards a second marriage still need patience. Marriage is not advisable this year. Those working on the third marriage have a very nice opportunity. There is someone of high status interested in you. Home and family. Your 4th house of home and family is not a house of power this year. Nor was it last year. I read this as a good thing. You seem basically content with things as they are and have no pressing need to make major, dramatic changes. This tends to the status quo. Of course, every year brings its share of crises and drama. Generally there are 2 lunar eclipses every year, and these impact on the home and family. The eclipsed planet, the moon, is your home and family planet. This year is no different. This year the eclipses occur on February 11th and August 7th. The good news is that they reveal what in the physical home needs fixing. Perhaps there were problems, and sometimes these are serious, that you weren't aware of. Left to themselves, they can bring major damage. But the eclipse reveals them to you so that you can make repairs. The eclipses also bring emotional dramas with family members, and especially with the parent or parent figure. There is a need for more patience with them over these periods, and it's advisable for them to take things easy and stay out of harm's way. Pluto has been in your 10th house for many years now. This indicates problems with one of the parents or parent figures in your life. Physical death could have happened in many cases, but generally it shows surgery or near-death kinds of experiences. This trend continues in the year ahead. This parent or parent figure has been more spiritual the past 2 years. There is much internal growth going on here. On December 21st, as Saturn crosses the midheaven, this person seems more serious, more exacting, more of a disciplinarian. He or she should be successful in detox or weight loss regimes this year. Your family planet, the Moon, moves very fast. She is the fastest of all the planets. Every month she will move through your entire chart, so there are many short-term family trends that are best discussed in the monthly reports. In general, family issues tend to be short-term issues for you. Siblings or sibling figures in your life are prospering, but having a more or less stable family year. If they are of childbearing age, they seem more fertile. A parent figure could move in the coming year. There is good fortune in the purchase or sale of a home. Children or children figures in your life are likely to move after October 11th. Grandchildren, if you have them, have been taking more responsibility over the past 2 years and seem prosperous. A move could happen for them after October 11th. If you're redecorating or otherwise beautifying your home, in a cosmetic kind of way, June 21st to July 22nd and July 31st to August 26th are good times. If you're planning renovations or major repairs, June 4th to July 22nd is good. Self-improvement. A planet at the top of the chart indicates much more than a person's career. It shows that the affairs governed by the planet are of the highest priority, that you will be involved in these issues. So, Pluto's position on your midheaven for many years now shows that issues of death, surgery, a form of near-death experience, wills and estates and in some cases debt and taxes have been paramount in your life for many years. Dealing with these issues has been a high priority, and perhaps part of your current mission in life. This can sound scary, but this is not the cosmic agenda here. Through these experiences you're confronting death and gaining a deeper understanding of it. This is happening both on the material and spiritual levels. Very few people understand the intricacies of wills or probate law until they have undergone the experience. So the purely material understanding is expanded. But spiritual understanding of this is also happening. You're learning what physical death is all about, why it is not to be feared, but understood. When death is understood spiritually, we will live better and more effectively. Many of our cherished hopes and wishes are blocked because of the fear of death. Once you get through this, new vistas of life open up. Pluto in the 10th house also indicates success in projects involving personal transformation and reinvention. Spiritually speaking, this is your real mission these days. You are being called to give birth to your own ideal of self. Spirituality has been important for some years now, ever since Neptune moved into Pisces in 2011. For the past 2 years, and for most of this year, Saturn has been testing your spirituality. In some cases, there was a conflict between the worldly career and your spiritual values, a classic conflict. In some cases, the forces of tradition, parents, elders or authority figures in your life, attacked your spirituality, your practice and ideals. You're being forced to integrate the two urges, to have a viable spiritual life and a worldly career, to be practical in the world without losing your spiritual ideas. It's not so easy to do. You still have this challenge this year, but it will soon be over. By December 21st, as Saturn moves into Capricorn, this issue should be resolved. Perhaps it will help some of you to understand that spirituality is always eminently practical. It seems unworldly, but it has great worldly effects. Spirituality only shows a different approach to practicality. A better approach. Your intuition has been tested these past few years, and this continues in the year ahead. This is ultimately good. No reliable tool gets forged without testing. Saturn's move into your 10th house at the end of the year will bring strong career demands. You have to succeed by sheer merit. by being the best in what you do. Often this aspect brings a stern, demanding boss who overworks you and expects the impossible, who seems never satisfied, who is sparing in praise, but quick to criticize. This isn't pleasant, but it will stretch you if you handle it properly. Don't resist the demands. Do your utmost to fulfill them. You'll be amazed as you start achieving things that you believed were impossible. These things are not really burdens but spiritual gifts, as you will see in hindsight.